What up, guys? This is the Don here with Yu-Gi-Oh! Gaming Channel, here with my Dino 5.0 deck profile that I'll be displaying for you guys today. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you ain't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and give a thumbs up to the video. Thank you guys for tuning in. So today I brought you guys my Dino 5.0, and I changed up a couple things in here. Of course, this is just for my locals, or from the participation at my locals, obviously. The rendition of this deck, I obviously could have went a couple other ways, integrating a couple other things into this deck. I could have completely changed out the way that I operate this deck, but fortunately for me, I'm not going for the Materia Beast type of build here. I just wanted to improve on the actual beginning of this deck. If y'all remember, you watched back a couple videos, this was a budget Dino deck, and I just basically took the budget Dino deck and just started trading up and up to get to the best of that form of deck. So I'm gonna just basically give you guys the tour of this deck after being budget to where it is now. So without too much more, let's just hop right into this deck profile. Show you guys what I got. Everything is basically still the same to an extent. I have added in a little bit more spice. There's other things that I could integrate. I have been watching you guys' comments and looking at those things. I could integrate those into this deck, but that would actually change this play style altogether. I wanted to try to keep this play style the same. And after this deck profile, I'll be displaying a combo tutorial of how I propelled myself to certain victories to get where I was. So let's start off with you already know the main boss of this is the conductor. I mean, he's just there, dude. He's running 2 of those. I was running 3 at one point. If you remember back to the video, this video has took this deck profile has took a lot of alterations, so it's a work in progress. Running 3 OV Raptor. Ended up going back to the 3 scrap Raptors and the 1 Chimera, 2 Animador, 3 baby Ceratosaurus, because the baby is definitely a must, 1 Petite, 1 Miscellaneous, 1 Giant Rex, 1 Pankertops, 1 Dogran, and for the new extra added in, 1 Overtex. These cards are here to boost this deck's play status up. It's actually pretty good, for the most part. For the hand traps, I'm running the 2 Ash Blossoms and 2 Effect Veilers. For the spells, I am running the 3 Lost World, the 3 Fossil Dig, and I am also running 2 Double Evolution pills. For the most part, I'm gonna tell you guys, this deck has been consistently doing decent. I've topped to 4th place. Last week I had an interesting battle. This last locals I went to with the 60 card pal. Shout out to Shook on that. Man, he took me through it, but this deck actually showed prominence. So Dinos is pretty good, man, and if you know what you're doing with it, if you don't misplay, 1 Terraforming, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Call by the Grave, and actually 2 Lightning Storms. I've been picking up stuff for this deck, y'all. This deck it's came a long way. If you go back to watch the first video till now, you see that none of these cards were there. And I started off with, like, my Imperm, for instance, were Breakthrough Skills. If y'all know what that card is. 2 Forbidden Droplets, 3 evenly matched, and 3 infinite and permanents. This is still a 45 card deck, believe it or not. The deck has put in a lot of work for me. It's pretty good, you know. There's been times where I misplayed. Now, as being the operator of this deck, if you misplay, you will lose the game. So, or there's ways to misplay, and there's a possibility that you can fight back, you know, with that misplay happening. So let's just go on to the extra deck right here. We're gonna display the extra deck for you guys. It's pretty much basically the same. I have made a change in the extra deck. So we're running the 1 Axis Cold Talker, the 1 Appaloosa Bold Goddess, the 1 Black Luster Soldier, which was the change that I made in there for the IP, I believe. If that's the right one. I think I took out the IP. There's still things that you can take out and basically make it your own. Keep in mind that this is my variant of this deck. It's not everybody else's variant of this deck. So, you know, you just take it and make it your own. If you buying a core for very cheap, which was a budget build at the beginning, and I just made it my own by picking up stuff here and there, trying to see what works and what doesn't work. And it turns out it works for me enough to where to give me a top. But 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, Scrap Wyvern at 1. You already know the basics. Secure Gardener, the Link Karibo, the Lagia, the Doka, the number 41 Babushka, the number 60, Tornado Dragon, which I'm still, you know, up in the air on that one. The side over Gamma, and the 1 Borosaur Savage. Now, keep in mind, this deck has put up a lot of negates, a lot of interactions that you have with certain things. Let's say if you break on some of that stuff, you know, you might just have to go into a Babushka. And there's been times where you break. There's not a deck out here that just don't break. Now, there are some decks that if you have the right variance of numbers, you will get a complicated hand that you can actually make work, which that's any deck that you deal with. So when you're playing these decks, keep in mind that sometimes auto rating cards might just help improve your game status. Alright, let's move on to the side, people. We're still basically running the 3 Nibiru. Nibiru is still a good card in this format. To me, at my locals, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. You mean from everything from the Link, what is it called? The Dragon Link, to just flat out people that just summon a lot. So running 3 Drow Lockbird, 2 Artifact Lancias. An addition that I just recently made to this, I think I sought it out for token collectors, because you know we do have those Sword Soul players, and actually people have been running those adventure what is it called, adventure package and everything. So that's token collector in there for that. 1 Mystic Mine, I ended up cutting that down, and 1 Harpy Feather Duster, because you know we now made the 2 Lightning Storms, and still with the 3 D barriers, because Sword Soul is a thing and D barrier is a card. Obviously you're dealing with a lot of synchros and you're dealing with a lot of exceeds. You can side these cards in and they'll just boost your gameplay to the maximum. So yeah, that's basically it for the deck profile, guys, for my 5.0 version. I'm pretty sure that it can be said that there's a lot of other cards that you can make that will make this deck a better 5.0 version for yourself. Now, it will be your own 5.0 version, obviously. And for all you Dino players out there, keep playing Dinos, bro, and just keep improving on it until you feel like it's your variant of the best that you can put out. This obviously, I feel like I could probably do some different, but it's still a work in progress here. That's what the point of building these different tiers are going for. So without too much more, we're gonna hop right into the combo tutorial, and I'll catch you there. Okay guys, I'm back with the combo tutorial. Basically, this is a going first hand. Sometimes you get like random hands like this. Out of your 5 cards, these 2 are the ones that are possibles. These are the ones that you actually have in your hand. If you get a hand decent enough, you can actually make a good full combo with it. If you're not interrupted. If you're interrupted, you may end on a different board. But uninterrupted, these are the type of boards that you will be able to make using dinos. Now, with my experience that I have with this dino deck, I've learned a lot, and there's a lot of things that I just didn't know when I first started playing this deck. So you start off by obviously normal summon the Oviraptor effect, which will allow you to search out through your deck. You would always want to search for the Mist. You search for Mist. You discard Mist for its effect to blanket the field. You activate the effect of Mist to banish, to special. You will special your, I believe you special Animador. You will want to special Animador with this. Your one Animador. Activate Animador's effect. Pop the baby. Effect. Add double evolution. To the hand. Baby's effect. Baby special baby. Activate effect. Pop the baby. Special the baby. Baby effect. Special. Scrap Raptor. Your board should look something similar to this. Activate the effect of Scrap Raptor to pop the baby. And the reason why you do this is give your Scrap Raptor an additional normal summon for a Scrap monster, which will come in handy down the line. Effect of baby to special, petite. You could do either what I'm doing right now, or you can do it your own way. You can just flat out link straight for Scrap Wyvern, but me, I'm gonna link for Link Karibo. Link Karibo. Hopefully that's in view for you guys. Slide the things down a little bit. Link Karibo there. Then you take Link Karibo and Scrap Wyvern. Link those 2 up. Summon your Scrap Wyvern. Right there. Scrap Wyvern's effect. Special back Scrap Raptor. Scrap Wyvern's effect. Pop the Scrap Raptor. You want to call out your chains so that it's possible you can chain block if you need a certain ability to go off. So chain link 1 Scrap Raptor, chain link 2 Scrap Wyvern. You're gonna add off of Scrap Raptor. And you want to, since you call it chain link 1, chain link 2, this goes last. So you would special. And if I'm right, when you special, you pop. But technically, you add. And on the add, you want to activate effect to pop your petite effect to special Giant Rex. Then what you're gonna do is additional normal summon your Scrap Chimera which will allow you to go into your grave specialing back Scrap Raptor. Now at this point, your field is still blanketed from the misc. Your opponent, if he wanted to nib you here, he obviously would nib you and take these two. Everything else will be unaffected, but obviously they're probably not going to do that. So you want to link off Chimera, Giant Rex, and Scrap Wyvern. And you want to link for Appaloosa. Now this can vary either other ways, people. Appaloosa's coming in with let's say 3 counters on it, so it'll be a 24 attack, 3 negate. The thing is with this, if you're going second, you would obviously have a 6th card in your hand, and obviously at this point you would be able to go into Access Code Talker or any of those other levels that I discussed prior. Then you will want to activate Double Evolution Peel, Banishing, Giant Rex, and Chimera. To special. You want a special, you can go into either a conductor, another conductor, because you see we already got a conductor in hand. So at this point I would bring out Overtakes. Effect of Giant Rex and a Banish. Bring back Giant Rex. See, your field is something like this right now. You want to synchro. Depends on how you want to do this. You guys are obviously the ones who make the decisions, being the person that's operating the deck. So I'll summon Savage effect, equip, overlay, them two for a Lagia. And the reason why I would go into him over any other thing is because he's just basically another Savage when it comes down to an extent. And if you want to super extend, you can banish Animador and Petite to bring out your conductor. And for this combo tutorial, this is something similar to the fields that I make using this deck. Obviously, he's a spell and trap negate, Omni negate, negate of a special summon, spell or trap, pop, flip face down, and 3 interruptions if you don't have Lost World on the field. If you have Lost World on the field, then it just makes it a 2 negate for a monster effect, and you still have 2 cards in hand. So for follow-up, this is the type of boards that I kind of try to go for, but if I don't and I get hindered or I misplay somewhere in there, I make a mediocre board. And the mediocre boards do a lot. Even though it don't look like a lot, it still does a lot. An interruption is an interruption at the end of the day. But thank you guys for tuning in to the video, and this has been Adon with Yu-Gi-Oh Gaming Channel. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.